Hey, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'm excited to be bringing you guys a last-minute, spur-of-the-moment first impressions for a game that I had no idea was releasing, never heard of it. Basically got sent an email this morning that was stating that it had already released, and I went on YouTube, watched a couple minutes of gameplay for it, decided to go ahead and check it out. This is going to be the Xbox 360 Marketplace release of Special Forces Team X, which is also available on Steam for the PC. Now, what you're watching in this video is pretty much a montage of my kills and a few funny deaths tossed in there as well. I played around 4 matches of Capture the Flag and then 4 matches of Team Deathmatch, and this is going to be the highlights from the Team Deathmatch mode. Now, these games go by pretty fast. Most lasted around 5 to 6 minutes. The wait time and loading is also really quick once you hit the lobby. It's got a few interesting features to talk about, the most prominent being the map editor once you get into the lobby, and all the maps consist of 3 sections or tiles of various different pieces of maps, and when you're in the lobby both teams vote on which tile piece they want for their own base, the enemy base, and the center of the map, which is going to make a little bit more sense once I actually show it to you guys later in the review. But there's also a decent sized selection of gear and perks that you can equip. There were at least 40 levels to rank up to, with the final rank unlocking a bolt action sniper rifle. Now, when I was watching the video this morning of someone else playing live, they were complaining an awful lot about people sponging bullets on this game. And when I first started playing my first few games, when I was trying to figure out the controls and how the game works, I was also having a bit of a rough time putting some people down on here. But there's a few factors that affect the gunfights. There's a perk that allows you to rejuvenate your health all the way back up for starters. So if you tear someone up and they go into cover for a few seconds, they're going to start getting some of their health back. The next factor is the weapons themselves. I don't know how it's possible, but there's people running around on this game with the high-end weapons already, even though it's only been out for a day or something. But you need to get into the level 30s to unlock some of these better weapons, and I guess these people didn't sleep and they played the game around the clock. But either way, those high-end weapons seem to put people down a lot faster than the starter weapon that I'm using in this video. Now, it's hard for me to say how much of a difference it is because I haven't used any of them, but it does give veterans of the game a little bit of an advantage. Now, the hit detection seemed to be pretty good. The headshot hit detection seemed a little wonky though. There were multiple times that I put multiple bullets into somebody's head point blank range and they didn't drop. But when you're aiming at someone from a distance, there's a lot of factors that go into play as far as if you're actually going to connect on the shot. The weapon I'm using in this video, once I fired through the first few bullets, the crosshair really expands and blows up, causes the bullets to just spray all over the place. So burst firing is probably the best way to start off when you're using this weapon. Now, the melee kills were pretty satisfying, especially the one that I opened up the video with. My first impressions of this title were kind of mixed. My first couple games I noticed a few issues that I'll go into more detail with later tonight in the review, but once I got into the Team Deathmatch mode and out of the Capture the Flag mode, I had a lot more fun playing. And this game reminds me a lot of SOCOM 4 with kind of a Borderlands graphic style to it, which SOCOM 4 wasn't really that great of a game and most likely caused the downfall of Zipper, but from an old school SOCOMer's viewpoint, it's very exciting that companies are still wanting to make a title like this that even remotely resembles that franchise, even if it is a budget arcade title. I'm sure this game will draw comparisons to Uncharted Online. Obviously it's not as highly polished or look anything like it, but the gameplay and the controls, the mechanics draw resemblance to that game a little bit. But there's enough going on here to at least have people take some notice of this game. There was definitely a lot of people playing today when I was on there. And I haven't done much reading up on this game yet or plans for future DLC or patches. I don't know what's going on with any of that. I'll check that out a little bit later tonight. And I'm in the middle of working on a couple other game reviews at the moment, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do any live commentary or upload any full matches. But this title was special enough to pull me away from the other games I was working on today and keep my attention, if that says anything. Anyways, I'm going to let the rest of this roll with the in-game sound. I'll break this game down a little bit more later tonight. I just wanted to get this video up to show some gameplay and talk a little bit about it. This is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and thanks for stopping by.
Fire in the hole! Reloading!
Mayday! Friendly fire!
New mag! Rubbed out. Cover. I'm reloading. Getting friendly fire! Gotta reload. Enemy killed. Tango reload.
New mag. Changing mag. Loading.